Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God.
That woogie-woo, something. Know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that woogie-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to
Still. What's the deal, y'all? We're Trap ADAM22, Trap News Network, back in the same, like cracking the same here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's like that news you can use. It's like an OG though. You're not finna get nobody's Call of G though, big dog. Tap in with the tap in to make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good. Tap in, hit that notification bell, hit all say tapped in what we got going on. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge though. You ain't finna get nobody's Call of G though. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button, notification bell, hit all say tapped in for everything we got going on. We finna jump into this content, but before we do, make sure you are involved with everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. And if you would like to be a Trap News Network correspondent, hit us up on Instagram, TRAPNEWS, NETWORX, Trap News Network. Get into that if you ain't got into all of that. Get into that if you ain't got into that. We finna slide back into this content, man. We got Coffeezilla getting into it with ADAM22. I'm not sure where all this white-on-white crime is coming from recently, but Coffeezilla and ADAM22 are having a 1-2 step like Sierra, so they finna bust into their little move. We finna see what they got going on. Let's jump into it. Let's go.
Coffeezilla is kind of a grifter himself because he just sort of like...
Today I got called out by the podcaster ADAM22.
Coffeezilla is kind of a grifter himself because he just sort of like... He makes a lot of money off making content about all of these little mini meme coin disasters.
Now, ADAM22 used to like me. He used to invite me on his show, but now he's mad. He says I'm the grifter. Why? Because I called him out when he ran a scam, and I warned him ahead of time. What's so crazy about this story is we're about to go through his explanation, but what fails is that I told him ahead of time. He's going to say, oh, I didn't know it was going to be shady. I had no idea. But I told him before he ever promoted it. So the irony is he's telling people, oh, Coffeezilla's the grifter. He's making videos about this stuff. I wouldn't have made the video if you hadn't run the coin. There's no story for me telling you not to run it and then you not running it. The only story is I told you and then you did it anyways because you don't care about your fans. Here's the quotes here. Real talk, you shouldn't run a coin. It's lame and you're going to get scammed. You're going to scam or get scammed. He says, how am I going to afford all this Galaxy gas? Then I told him these snipers were planning to already snipe the coin. Quote, people are literally plotting to snipe the coin, make a bundle off someone who doesn't know any better. So this is all pre him actually doing it. Now he's saying, oh, I didn't know. Nobody told me. Coffeezilla's a grifter for covering the fact that I did it anyways. But I want you to watch it. We have to correct the record sometimes on these guys because they go on these podcasts after they've been called out and they address things. Have you ever heard that? ADAM22 responds. ADAM22 addresses crypto pump and dump accusations. But the addressing is always a subtle recharacterization of what actually happened.
Coffeezilla blasts ADAM22 for launching crypto pump and dump despite warnings. Basically, someone was hounding me, telling me that they would pay me a large sum of money to do a crypto promotion on my story. I thought it's just a random ad deal type thing. I do ad deals all the time for like, thousands of dollars. Why would I not do something for hundreds of thousands of dollars? I thought nobody was going to care.
All right, so the first part of his explanation is, look, I thought I could get away with it. I thought nobody would care. Nobody would address this. But here's the thing. I found an old clip of ADAM22 talking about this, and I realized there's actually a different reason. He knows that it's not about people not caring. It's that there's only so many videos that grifters like me can ultimately make. And you see ADAM22, the wheels turning a few years ago, where he realizes maybe you just get away with it.
For millions of dollars.
Now, this whole situation just seems like, hey, Pot, I'm Kettle, we're both black. The whole concept of like ADAM22 doesn't care about his fans. I don't think that the entirety of the No Jumper fan base genuinely cares about Adam scamming his fans out of coins and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty much that. This whole concept that, oh, he's scamming people with these coins and all this kind of stuff. I don't think that's something that ADAM22 is really too concerned about because, again, the No Jumper audience isn't based around people who would even buy this coin. The majority of the No Jumper audience, I'm sure, did not touch this coin, did not buy this coin, did not F with this coin, didn't do nothing to really support this coin. So the people who Adam may or may not have scammed, I'm probably sure is not the mass majority of the No Jumper platform. Now, is he using his influence for evil deeds? I don't know. Who knows? Who even cares? But it seems like Adam and this guy, Coffeezilla, got a personal back and forth, and it seems like Coffeezilla is one more person we can add to the list of people who are trying to take down ADAM22. Not sure where this went left at, and it doesn't seem like Adam's taking it serious at all. How can I afford this galaxy, guys? There's that. But, we'll continue to see where the situation goes. Let's continue to rock this situation out.
Crash. They're not tweeting about it anymore. They made bags off it, and they didn't really incur that much of a social penalty because it's like Coffeezilla can only make videos about so many people. Like the shit that he made videos about Steve will do it doing, or the Save the Kids thing or whatever. It's like those are just the ones that were big enough for it to
those
be
are the
worth
highlights.
Him catching. It's like so many people. Like I remember when Soulja Boy was just selling every single tweet of his ever. He probably made a of money off that, and nobody even remembers.
And there it is. I mean, need I say more? The guy realized what a lot of people realize, which is just like, if everyone's doing it and you do it, you probably get away with it. And so people like ADAM22 just think, oh, not that nobody would care, like he says in this addressing, but he thinks he can get away with it. But then he takes a step further, which I cannot allow, and he says, oh, I had no idea something nefarious would have happened.
And I also had no idea about any sort of nefarious intent. People are saying that this was a rug pull. I didn't know. I didn't realize that this was going to be the same type of thing that I've watched so many Coffeezilla videos about.
Adam, I told you. This is the thing. This is what kills me. Is people, when I come to them, they go, oh, I had no idea. If I had known, I would have never done it, right? They say, if you had only warned me, Steven, if only you had told me before, I just wish I had known better. This guy knew better. He knew. People are literally planning to snipe the coin, make a bundle off someone who doesn't know any better. Now, here he is, ADAM22, I'm the grifter. He's here saying he had no idea that it was just like all the other videos that I've done stories on.
People are saying that this was a rug pull. I didn't know.
He just had no idea, guys. It's not like somebody was telling him as before it happened. And we know he read those because he later responded to me. Now, I want to go through the rest of this because it just sheds light on the my general frustration with influencers at large. We've sort of gone through cycles of people promoting the kind of bad things and getting a little pushback on it, but ultimately some of them are realizing now that if there are no consequences, or if there is really a low chance you're even going to get any coverage on it, it's maybe worth the risk of just promoting things you have no stake in, that are scammy, or you don't even use, because whatever, it's just the bag. That's all that matters these days, right? Nothing else matters except money.
Coins, it's like, to me, I thought that everybody would kind of get the joke. But it turns out there's a lot of people out there trying to make money off meme coins. So, I guess some people lost money or whatever.
Coffee kind of said he warned you. Were you not concerned when he said that?
I mean, to me, it was just like a joke.
It was a joke. I got paid hundreds of thousands.
I'm saying a joke. Coffeezilla said, nigga, name one person in the hood that play like that. So I guess these are what white people be upset about. You feel me? Like, he's really mad. Like, I'm not really sure why the guy Coffeezilla is so invested in this outside of him just not wanting to see Adam, do what Adam's doing. And a lot of people be taking this up personal, like, well, I just need to be the one to expose it and blah, blah. And that's cool, too. A lot of people feel like that's what they want to do with their time and feel like that's what they want to do with their life. They feel like that's how they want to, bust their 1-2 steps like Sierra. I am not here to tell anyone what they should or what they should not do with their time and with their life at all. At all. Not even a little bit. But that also being said, Coffeezilla seems like he's going to make it a point to make sure Adam gets exposed for the situation. Now, here's my thing. Okay, Adam gets exposed for the situation. Okay, and then what? Like, what happens next? Like, okay, Adam's exposed, and now we all know that Adam did this. Okay, and then what happens? Like, what's the next step? Like, after that, do we protest? Do we, get Adam out? Like, what happens next, or does Adam just not care? Let's jump back into this content, though.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars for, according to ADAM22.
Ad deal type thing. I do ad deals all the time for thousands of dollars. Why would I not do something for hundreds of thousands of dollars? Same level of weight as when I do an ad for a fantasy sports thing. I feel like every single person that watches my content knows that I don't play fantasy sports. I felt like, in the past I was doing ads for something that was like a vape, but it's flavored air. And I feel like every single person who watches that ad gets it. That I don't know what the am I using a device to inhale flavored air? I'm going to be honest with you. No, I'm not.
I mean, is that not insane to anyone else? Like, the excuse is, well, you guys should have known I never would use the stupid stuff I'm selling you anyways. That's so crazy. I had no idea it was, some nefarious intent, except he told me, but I didn't think anyone would use it anyway because I thought you all knew that I was a grifter, is the argument. And the guy who calls me out is a grifter too. So anyway, that's the ADAM22 addressing. He did this a few days ago. I didn't see it because I guess it didn't get a lot of attention, but I saw the clip making the rounds where he was saying he had no idea that this was of nefarious intent. And I just wanted to address it because I think it's so dishonest. And we can't allow the rewriting of history like this. Like, yeah, okay, if you want to say you did a crypto scam after you were told that it was a crypto scam, that's fine, but you can't pretend that you didn't know.
So, I guess some people lost money or whatever.
Oh, and finally, I should say, I too find it unacceptable that this guy's biggest concern is a YouTuber making a video instead of what he's doing being caught by law enforcement. The fact that never occurs to this guy is actually the worst part. I think if you promote things that you know are a scam, there should actually be real consequences, but I guess that's asking for too much.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The Coffeezilla dude is making good moral points. I just don't think that he's in a space where people actually care about that. I'm not saying that he's not making a good point. I'm not saying that his points aren't valid. What I am saying is I don't think that anyone genuinely cares about those points, and I don't think that anyone in our universe genuinely cares about Adam scamming people out of coins that none of us could probably afford anyway when it comes to the basics of who is a no-jumper demographic audience and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, with that all being said, red dots to the left, y'all know the rest. It's Free Avenue Angel Tweets free. We go.